Can you believe it? We're back in the cabin. You didn't actually think I was done, did you? No, actually, I was thinking about that for a bit. I talked about it a little bit the last video. Kind of confusing. I gotta clear things up a bit. Why? What was going on in my head? What was I thinking? What's up with the title of this video? We'll get to it. Fucker went out already. Anyways, so the last year for me has been fucking nuts. And I'm not going to get into all the details. I'm not going to talk about all the events. It's not really important. What is important is I did have very serious doubts about whether or not I wanted to continue doing what I was doing. I had been doing it for 6 years at that point. And by that, I mean living out here, doing all the cool shit that I was up to, building this up. And, for most of it, I've been pretty poor. So changes happen very slowly, incrementally, because money tends to be a barrier, even though it is fake. But I was wondering, mainly with the situation with Gabe and his family at the house, which I'm not going to get into, and everything that I was going through with the job market, getting fired, working at the Walmart, trying to figure out, is this really a good idea to keep pursuing this for myself? Um, I had a little bit of a crisis. I had a little bit of a, I don't even know how you put it, but basically I just wasn't really sure what the value of anything I was doing was anymore. I felt like I was just going through the motions and nothing was actually improving, that maybe I made a mistake. Maybe what I was doing was pointless. Maybe I fucked up. I'm happy to tell you I did not fuck up because I learned a lot this last year. Um, I learned a lot. I basically ignored this place starting at my birthday, June 13th of last year. I decided it's my birthday. I'm going to sit at the Gabe's trailer because I got power over there. And I'm just going to write a computer program because I want to do that. And at that point, I was still making excuses. Like, if I wasn't out doing physical work, there had to be a reason that I wasn't doing it. It's like, it's my birthday. Fuck it. And then the next day, it's like, it's the day after my birthday. Fuck it. Next day, it's the day after my birthday. Fuck it. And it just kept going. And had a little bit of the sorry for myself syndrome going on because working at that fucking Walmart was really driving me nuts. The job itself wasn't terrible. I mean, it paid like shit, and it's demeaning working in a fucking Walmart. I don't have to explain that. Um, the management and their fucking rules and shit. They treat their fucking employees like criminals because most of them are. There's no back doors. You have to walk in through the front of the fucking store to go work in the back to unload boxes. That's what I did. I did like the only active job at that fucking place. Everyone else is just buzzing around doing nothing, which would have driven me insane. I got to fucking do something or I'd start losing my mind, which we'll get into. Um, and I was just like, is it worth it? Do I want to keep pursuing this? I'm on the hook for a lot, and it could all be lost very. That wasn't good. It could all be lost very easily if I stutter or fuck up or lose my job or whatever. Now, the original reason I came here and did this was I didn't want to be beholden to people. This place costs pretty much nothing to keep up and run. The taxes are low because there's no legal residences here. This is technically a shed. Technically, this doesn't exist, but that's a different. We're not going to get into that. I've managed to finagle and loophole myself into a very stable position where I don't really have to worry about people cutting under me or making what I'm doing difficult or very expensive or raising my taxes. And I've set that up very intentionally. But having negotiated in town with that house for Gabe and his family just was getting me fucking spun up, and I wasn't really sure. Just wasn't really sure. It's like there was kind of the first domino to fall was the admission that this wasn't sustainable for them. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm not going to, point fingers or make play the blame game. I'm not going to do that. It's not important why or why not. What is important is that it happened, and that did shake me. And then the job thing shook me, and there wasn't really anything on my mind. It's not like, I hate this. I want to go get this instead. It was a complete lack of thought. It was more so just this is where I'm at. I don't know if I want to be here anymore. Maybe something out there is better for what I'm trying to do. And I gave that a go for, I gave it a gopher for 9 months. Yeah, 9 months. So that was back in June when I basically gave up, and it's March. It's been 9 months, which is fucking insane to think about. Um, I basically just fucking put my hands up in the air and I said, "All right, the world wins. I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to. I'm gonna go work a normal fucking job. I'm gonna get a normal haircut. I'm gonna trim my beard. I'm gonna look like a nice, cute guy, and I'm gonna fucking go out there and work because that's what you're supposed to do, right?" And I did that. And for a while, I was like, this is interesting. I wasn't doing this before. And for a while, I was making a lot of money. And the thing is, I don't want it. Everything I want is right here on this 40 acres. And I didn't realize that at the time. But the longer that I did that, the more I was like, what do I actually want? What the fuck is this money actually for? Um, I didn't have an answer. I don't want things. I have what I want, and it's this. Um, but it was basically a 9 month interlude to realize that I got to live in a normal house, a regular house with amenities this winter. Um, and I got running water. I had a toilet. I had a fucking rice cooker. I showed that off in that fucking video. I was living like Larry. I was having a good fucking time. Not really. I was bored as fuck, and I don't know what normal people do. I really don't know. Like around here, I got plenty of shit. I got to keep working on this building to make it not fucked up with insulation exposed. I got to fix things now. I have to fix Gabe's old fucking house and turn it into a workshop. That place is a nightmare. I might do a before and after on that. I don't know if I'll do it before. It's pretty fucked up. You don't want to see that, but there's a lot to do. You know, carting stuff out to the animals, working on the barn. Like, there's a lot you can do here. Winter just sucks and it's cold and it lasts for half a year. And that was kind of pushing on me. And I was like, yeah, I want to have access to electricity this winter. I feel like it'd be nicer. Really didn't make much of a difference. All I did was fuck around on the computer. I wrote a few programs, I think. Um, Played fucking the 2004 RuneScape server. I did basically nothing. I did a little bit of reading. That's about it. It was really boring. It was really fucking boring. I literally just don't know what normal people do. If you have a house that takes care of itself and you don't have to do anything, what the fuck? What do you do all day? What the fuck do you do? Explain that to me. I don't know. I have no idea. Um. Anyways, we had some stuff happen here. I'll talk about later. I got a video coming up about money and its purpose, probably because that's the main lesson I learned from this. Things got changed around. My boss got fired at the job. I got hired back at the camp. I was working 2 jobs for a bit. I made a video about that. Got rid of the one because it sucked. Actually, I got fired, but that's a different that's a different story. Because I was literally exhausted. I was falling asleep at the fucking nursing home in the middle of the night. I couldn't fucking do it. But old boss got fired. New guy got hired. I was originally trying to be the new guy that was my old boss, but over the winter I was like, do I really want to fucking be here all the time? Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to fucking throw my life into this place? Answer is no. Um, and that's why I say this is the tale of the court eunuch, because for about 6-ish months, I've been a court eunuch at that fucking camp. Obviously I'm not an actual eunuch. Um, Depending on how you want to put it. I do have testicles, so I'm not a eunuch by definition. But I am not interested very much in romance. So spiritually, I would like to say I'm a eunuch. But basically, I was the guy that handled everything and fucking fixed shit and did all the actually difficult things at this fucking camp. Because I'm a guy and I have no, I'm not married. So I was the court eunuch at that camp, and I realized you don't want to be the court eunuch. It's stable. I'm still technically the court eunuch. I'm not there all the time now. I negotiated, so I work 4 10-hour. That's 4 fingers. Yeah, 4 fingers. 4 10-hour days, and I come back here for 3, which is enough. And I don't have to commute. Technically, I could commute if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. It's a fucking pain. It takes like an hour to go one way. And some of you are like, "Oh, Alec, fuck off." an hour commute's nothing, but when you're me and your cars suck and you have other things you want to spend money on, you don't want to be doing that. You know, the fucking rear CV axle of my CRV is going to go any day now. I got to get that fixed. That's not going to be cheap. And that thing's already 275,000 miles. I don't want to keep tacking miles onto it. There's enough stuff to do down there so I can stay physically active while I'm not here. And I got a guy to watch this place. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it. But basically, something happened, and we got a new guy on the premises. I'll talk about it later. But it was very stupid of me, after having experienced what I did in computers, to come to this realization again and say, "Oh, maybe it'd be fine this time." It was not fine this time. Um, I just doubting yourself in that way is so fucking stupid. I knew I wasn't going to be happy. But I was like, oh, it's different. Maybe it'll be different. Maybe I'll actually enjoy it this time. I did not enjoy it this time. And now I have fucking 9 months of neglect and some dead animals because my buddy, we're not going to talk about that. I fucked up pretty bad. And that's a lot of it's my fault. Some of it's not, but a lot of it is. And a lot of it was shit I already knew. So it wasn't like I even really learned anything. I just confirmed the fact that the world's fake, money's gay, and I fucking hate all this. And the only thing I care about is right here. So we're back. A little bit different, but we're back. And I'll probably be making some videos talking more in depth about some of the stuff I learned from this 9-month odyssey that I went on. Have a good day.